So, howdy,
YouTube!
everybody. YouTubes, yes. I'm back with a sit-down video, which I haven't done in a hot minute, with my boo.
It's getting serious over here.
It's getting serious.
Having a sit down
Yes.
with your YouTubes.
Yes, and for those of you who don't know, and who already know me, for those of you who don't know me, Ryan Barnes, Salty Alty,
Dox yourself.
YouTube degenerate. It's, well, technically like my legal name. I'm not doxing myself. But yes, so that is me. Most of y'all know me. This is my boo, like I said.
Hello.
He's adorable. And I know some of you have had some questions for me because early on in the early days of my channel, I have been, we've gone through the whole D-trans stuff. I made a video explaining my asexuality. And for like the longest, like years, like 6 or 7 years, I'm only 23. So since I was like 15 or 16, I've always identified as asexual, aromantic, and pretty sex repulsed. I didn't want nothing to do with it. I had never really had a boyfriend. I kissed a guy in high school, and that was the limit of my experience, right? And I wanted nothing to do with any of that, and that's just how I identified ever since last year. And that's when it gets complicated, but we'll explain it.
December of last year.
December 2nd of last year.
You could argue even before then, too.
Yes, even before then, to probably more towards October or November. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's when it got kind of weird. But, yes. So, I guess I should just start with kind of where it got complicated, right? Because all the simple shit is just me for as long as I can remember, be it 15, 16, has identified as asexual, aromantic, and I didn't want nothing to do with anyone, and I was convinced that I was going to die alone with some cats and maybe a dog, right? Maybe a tegu. But, and then I met him, and it got really complicated. And I'm sorry if this video is kind of jumping around everywhere, and it's going to be kind of all mixed up. Explaining this,
we randomly decided to do this on a whim.
Yeah, so. I had gotten a couple of questions in my Discord and on my YouTube lately. Once you were introduced, that kind of was wondering what the status on that was, because as far as people knew, I was not into people like at all. And well, I guess to start, because I met you. Everything was going fine, hunky-dory in the Ryan world of not wanting to be with anyone. And then about 2 years ago was when I rated you for the first time. That's when we officially first met.
Right, but we didn't really talk, though. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk. We met, and we had good interactions with each other, but me and her didn't actually start talking until 10 months ago.
And now...
actually talking.
Yeah, because now we live together, right? Like, this is our apartment.
Yeah.
But back then, I was living in... When I first rated you, I was living in Washington, and I'm not sure... You were where you were at, because we weren't even in the same state, right? It was a purely online interaction relationship, right? We were not in person. We didn't know each other in person. I was a streamer, and he was another streamer that I had rated, right? That's the limit to it. And then I rated you, and then a couple months later we had, like you said, a really awkward collab.
Yeah, it was really awkward.
Yeah, somebody...
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad,
but it was weird.
Yeah, one of my mods had decided to set up a collab for me without informing me, and went around to streamers, including him, to have us all play games together, long story short, and didn't tell me about it until they already set it up, and I was kind of unhappy about that. So it was a little bit awkward, because nobody really was prepared.
And I also like to preface that with my first impression of her because of that was not great.
Yeah, because...
For the record.
Yeah, to explain that further, and it pisses me off, because that person, we're going to call him...
Jared.
Jared, yes, we'll call him Jared. Jared was one of my mods, and he went around... talking to other streamers for me like he was my little errand boy, and it made people think
he wasn't really nice either. He was he
was a douchebag about it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And so he made other people think that I was sending him out to do my bidding, and that I was too good to talk to people myself, which was not the case. I didn't even know that this motherfucker was out there doing this kind of shit, and that pissed me off. So yeah, his first impression of me wasn't even that good.
It was poo-poo.
Yeah, because that Jared basically made all these streamers think that I was just too good to DM them myself, and then I had to send my little bitch out to talk to people in sets, just up my little secretary.
It's definitely how it came off.
Yeah, and which I didn't even know he was doing that, so pissed me off. Oh well.
In the past, it's over.
So yeah, we didn't really talk that much really at all. We kind of went radio silent after that. And then that was your last interaction of me. And then I moved from Washington to South Carolina with a friend, another friend who I had met through Discord, and we hit it off really well. It's Griffin. I moved for those of you who don't know. Griffin.
Shouts out Griffin.
Yeah,
that's the homie.
Yeah, and I lived with Griffin, and Griffin mods for him on his channel. For those of you who don't know what a mod is, basically like internet police who kind of manage and they delete
e-cops.
Yeah, they delete nasty comments, and they can change your titles for you for the streamer if you're really busy playing a game and you don't have time. They basically like your little helpers.
Oh yeah.
So, and she was your mod also. She's also my mod, but that's
she co-modded, but that's how we kind of
that was the bridge.
Like, really linked.
Yeah, because she modded for you, and when I moved in with her, and did I already say where it was?
You said that you were in Washington and you moved to South Carolina.
Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure that I didn't get too specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so she's in South Carolina, and then I moved in with her, and she was the bridge that kind of got us closer together.
100%.
Because she would put his streams on her TV so she could mod for him and do her other stuff. And when I was in the living room chilling, I'd just be chilling and be like, oh, you got DDS on the screen, which is this guy, Don't Die Senpai. And so I would just be out there and then chilling, and I'd just end up watching his streams because she was modding at the same time. And that's how I kind of got introduced more to you. And then I started interacting a little bit more. And then he cracked all sorts of funny dick jokes, and I have a degenerate sense of humor, so I was like, I like this guy. It also helps that he's cute and adorable, and I like that. And that's what kind of, as soon as I realized that, and I got that thought in my head, I was like, whoa, I don't think that about people. I was like, what's going on?
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble. Yeah, well, because I sat there, and I was like, wait. I remember sitting in my seat, because I'm asexual, right? Supposedly. I'm asexual at the time. I was like, man, I don't be thinking this type of shit about people. So I had to sit there and really think. And I was like, am I actually, like, attracted to this guy? And, like, it's like, I took quite a few days to think about it, and I was like, eventually, obvious conclusion was, yes. And then I just got, well, yes.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. And that's when I just got really, really confused, because I don't like people like that. I've never liked someone like this. And it didn't help that I was like, man, this is a streamer. He doesn't really know me like that. Like, I mean, we're basically like coworkers who have met once or twice. Right. And that was about it. So I was like, man, it's never going to happen. I got to get this out of my head. But I was like, man, the one person I end up actually liking, I thought I couldn't pursue like that. So I was just content to just sit there in my own misery and just put a couple comments in there and chat with him every now and then. And then I was in your stream, in your Discord.
I'm gonna help you out real quick.
Okay.
There you go. You had an eyelash.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
I could see something like in my eye, and I was like, something's on my face.
I got it. It's gone. Yeah.
Outtakes. But yeah, and because I was in your Discord and stream,
you became
more often.
Well, yeah. Like it became, and looking back at it in retrospect, I didn't pick up on it at the time, but looking at it now, you became a lot more active.
Yeah.
In my Discord, and like
once I knew that I really liked this guy, I was like, let me get in there.
Yeah, you did. You became a lot more active in streams and in the Discord, which was interesting because before that, like I said, we hadn't ever really had discourse like that before.
Yeah, but then I just started watching you more because Griffin was modding for you.
Yeah.
And then I realized, I was like, I really fucking like this guy.
Crushing through exposure.
Yes. But yeah, so that's how I basically discovered that I liked him. And because at that point I just got, I don't know, like I kind of talked to you about this before, because I was just really going back and forth with myself on what to do.
Because you didn't want to because were having good discourse this point, and we were getting along because you were coming into the Discord more often. I was getting to know you better, but you didn't want to shit on what was already there.
I feel like a lot of people can relate to that too. Like when you're friends with someone and you start to develop feelings and you think, well, fuck, I want to say something, but I don't want to ruin the friendship that we have right now because
it'll be weird after that.
And so I had to kind of go back and forth with that, and I really wasn't going to say anything. It also doesn't help. I'm going to throw Griffin under the bus real quick. It also doesn't help that the entire time Griffin, his mod, I was kind of thinking that I was picking up on signals maybe that he liked me too. So I was trying to read the signs, you know, and then Griffin was like, nah, you're crazy. He doesn't like you like that. It's not a thing. And she was gaslighting me into thinking that I was seeing things, and I just got real confused. And then I sat on that for about 2 months.
It was a weird thing for me too, though, because like you would throw things at me like subtle hints. I would flirt a little bit.
Yeah,
she would, and it was weird for me because I knew that she was asexual, aromantic, right? So she would do that, and like
he'd be like, "Why is this chick flirting with me when she doesn't like people like that?" It was
very, very strange. And keep in mind, like I've only ever been in one relationship prior to this, so I'm also very inexperienced with all of this kind of stuff myself. So I went from like a totally normal relationship to this new thing with her being, you know, the kind of person that she is, and having to navigate all that stuff was kind of interesting at first.
Yeah, because you were like, you probably were just confused.
I was sus for like, I won't even lie, for like the first 6 months of our relationship.
Because you thought that at first it might have been just like a phase.
I thought 100% it was a phase, and I didn't think it was legitimate at all. Because I was just like, oh no, you know, maybe she just, I don't know,
thinks that I like someone.
Yeah. Which, you know, I don't think was rude.
I don't think so either.
I didn't think it was out of the realm of possibility. It very well could have been a real thing that you were just going through something, and that's why I wanted you to come down and visit so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought that would be the best way to really gauge if it was something you were actually interested in.
Yeah, because then if you're dating
you were still
online,
in the process of figuring yourself out.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was, you know, it was. I wouldn't say it was tough, but it was weird for me.
Yeah,
because I'm not like, for all intents and purposes, I'm normal.
Yeah, he's very much
when
normal.
It comes to all of that kind of stuff. So dealing with someone who isn't normal in that regard, it can be really tough to navigate, especially when we're both super inexperienced.
Yeah, and I don't want to get too like personal, but yeah, like because I mean, when I met you, like I still had my V card and everything like that, and like I was inexperienced. It was so funny because so many people online would not believe me.
I didn't believe you at
first.
They're
like, you're not a virgin.
I didn't believe you.
You're not a virgin.
Yeah, I didn't believe you at first until I found out you were asexually romantic. Then I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know,
I don't like people like
I
that.
Believe you. Yeah.
Never have. Yeah, and then so we dated online for like. It was, how many months was it before I flew down for the first time to see you?
5 months.
5 months. It was 5 months before I went down. And I went down for a week, and I just stayed in your apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next month you moved in.
And the next month I moved in. And now we've been together ever since. It's just so crazy because the first week I moved down here, literally my first relationship. Like I hadn't been with anybody prior to him. But everything went so smoothly. Yeah. Like, I mean, there were no issues. I mean, like, it was just kind of, I felt like it was as perfect as it could have been.
Yeah. I won't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would say so.
Yeah. And so it went really well. And then when I had to leave, you know, we both really didn't want me to leave. So then I decided, like, okay, maybe.
I cried about it.
I know. It made me feel so bad. Because I'm still kind of heartless. Like robotic.
Don't say that.
Like,
that's not true.
Well, I'm not heartless, but I haven't cried since I was like 15. Like literally, like I haven't shed a tear since I was like 15. And so I felt really bad that I had to leave. And so I was like, what if I just move in? And that's how that happened. And he's like, okay. And so I flew back to South Carolina. I broke the news to Griffin, and we bought another plane ticket for him to come down so I could drive all the way across the country. It was like a 26-hour drive, and we made it in one day. We didn't stop at a hotel. We drove all the way over once he got there. And then literally a couple weeks after I visited him and saw him for the very first time, we moved in together.
Yeah. Was it the smartest thing in the world? No.
No.
But has it worked out?
perfectly.
It has.
Yeah, and honestly,
I wouldn't recommend that you do what we did, for the record.
See, if
just because it worked for us doesn't mean it will work for you.
Yeah, and like for anyone else, it's like I would absolutely not recommend that they do what we did.
No.
But for whatever reason, like statistically it should be impossible for this like to work, but somehow it's just worked like so perfectly.
Yeah.
Like we don't have fights, we don't have issues.
Well, we've had couple little spats,
little misunderstandings, but we've
never had like a legitimately serious issue.
No,
we get along very, very well,
and even
we
with
always
those
have.
spats, we talk it out like adults.
Well, and we've both been both of the few spats we've been in, they've been incredibly stupid.
Yeah, stupid and small and resolved in an hour.
Yeah, absolutely. So it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's never been anything serious.
Yeah, so we haven't really had like issues.
Nah, not serious issues.
No, and it's I don't know. It's just everything's gone just so well.
Yeah.
But that's kind of just like what's crazy about it, because I still, and this is kind of where for me everything gets a little bit weird, because like I'm in love with him, right? But when I think about oh. But so I'm with him, but whenever I think about like anyone else, and I don't know if I've said this already, I might have, I apologize if I did, I still consider myself asexual, aromantic. You're probably thinking like, what, but you're in a relationship. See, the thing is, like, I'm attracted to him.
It's weird to me too, don't worry.
Exactly. I am not attracted to anyone else on this earth, celebrities included. If I met someone in a bar who was like Jason Momoa, I would say no. Like, I'm not attracted to anyone else. So the only, literally, as hard as it is to believe, right? I want nothing to do with anyone else besides him. And I've thought about it extensively. Like, I'm the only person I am attracted to on this earth is him. And somehow I got lucky enough to actually be in a very, very successful relationship with him. And it's so literally like, I don't know, like soulmate shit. It's the only way I can explain it. Aww.
Like this.
Exactly. And it's worked. It's just, everything is just worked out against all odds. Like, and everything was stacked against us. Everything is just worked out like so perfectly. Like everything it just works out.
Yeah.
Like no matter what happens, it just works out. So it's just kind of crazy, because
it's insane.
It is insane.
It's insane.
Because
you're underselling.
I am underselling. It's insane.
It's insane and it's hard to believe, but
yeah,
it is real.
Because I mean, the only person who could get me out of my like asexual stuff was you, and you did, and it was just like, whoa, like I don't know, fucking I don't know, my brain's just crazy. It's just
it took time though.
It took a couple of months, but
it took time.
Yeah,
you had to come around. Like there's work that needed to be done, but you know, I was patient with you. You came around.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, it wasn't easy. It wasn't just like, she just decided she had a crush on me and then we started dating and everything was simple. Definitely
and then we
not.
just sleep together.
No, there were hurdles. We had some things we had to get over. But we got over those things.
Yeah.
And we're doing great. And I think that's what's important is that, you take the things about your partner, that maybe need work, and you're patient with them and you help them work on it. And
healthy
come out the other side better. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So how was all of that? Now that I've gotten my perspective on it, because like through those first months that we like were together, like the first few months before we hit like that next step, like I was kind of like struggling with it mentally, because I was like, man, I really love this guy. I really want like a full blown relationship with this guy. Like, how do I, I kind of had struggled with it, but before like everything just worked out. I don't know, what's kind of from the boyfriend's perspective, how was all of that for you? Maybe start from the beginning for you too, when we had first got together, because you talked about it a little bit already, of me thinking it was just a phase. This is kind of weird, because in the first
I thought it was a phase up until you moved down. You didn't move, but when you came down to visit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely transparent with that. I thought this was all just a phase until you came down to see me.
Yeah.
And then that's when, like, in my head, it clicked how serious you really were about it.
Yes, I bought a plane ticket and flew down.
Yeah, because we were doing our little thing, talking on Discord, having our little, Discord movie nights and shit like that. And I was like, I do think this chick is really rad. So on the off chance that this is actually legitimate, I'll entertain it for a while. And, you know,
Right.
I'm the type of dude, like, I'm not asexual or anything like that, but I don't entertain relationships really at
You don't
all.
really go out of your
I
way.
don't go out of my way. I don't sleep around. I don't do that kind of shit. So it was nice to have female attention in my life. It really was. So I was entertaining this thing, and by the off chance that maybe it worked out, it'd have been a win-win either way. So we're doing our thing, and it wasn't until she bought the plane ticket and came to visit that I was like, okay, so this might be a bit more serious than.
Yeah, because we were planning on coming down like months later.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you told me that it would really click for you once I bought a plane ticket to come
Yeah.
down, which I understand too, because like
I was always transparent with
yeah,
that.
like, and like, you know, online relationships, if you're dating somebody like long distance or online, it's like there's always a part of you who thinks like, man, it's like, it's, you know.
And then you factor in that you're asexual, aromantic, and have no experience to boot on top of that.
Yeah.
In my head, this was not going to work.
I know, you were like, man, this
It
is
wasn't gonna
crazy.
work. It was not gonna work.
Yeah, because you were probably thinking, not only are we not in person, but I mean, I also have all these other like hurdles that I was getting over to boot.
100%.
But yeah, but as soon as you told me, because I was dead serious about the entire thing the entire time, because my dream, like for always and ever, and that's also part of the reason why this is even crazier, is because I'm romantic, right? I only ever wanted to be with one person and one person only, and I didn't. You know, but everybody told me that, you know, that's not going to happen. It's impossible. You need to sleep with someone to really know if you guys have chemistry, and then you can start dating. It's like, man, I don't want to do that, man. But somehow I got what I wanted in that department too, and only going to be with one person and one person only. So it's just like, that's just another icing on the cake for just how crazy everything just worked out so well.
Legendary loot drop, baby.
Legendary, hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
So yeah, but I was always like, as soon as he said yes, because I'm kind of like, I'm really, really serious about my relationships. I don't just, obviously, like, I don't
clearly
date around. Yeah, and as soon as I was like,
I'm the same way too, though.
Yeah, and
that's why I've only ever been in. This is my second serious relationship.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, like that's how serious I am and how she is. She's only ever been in one. I've only been in two. This is the second one.
Yeah, because I don't. And well, because I had never been with anybody else, and it was just, for me mentally, it's like, oh my god, like, I'm not attracted to anyone else. I found like the one person on planet Earth that I'm like attracted to and like I actually like. And so I was like, kind of like, man, like this is mine right here, and like I ain't nothing's getting in the way of like this. So yeah, when me and him started like dating, I was very, very serious about it. Because, you know, that was like my, like, this is I decided like this is my guy. So yeah, as soon as I heard that he really wanted me to buy a plane ticket and come down, I was like, okay. And so I remember surprising you because
we split it.
We split it. We did split it. We split the cost for it.
I didn't make her pay for the whole thing.
No, he didn't. Yeah, we split it. But because wasn't it like only a couple days after you told me that you wanted me to buy a plane ticket to come down?
Nah, no.
Or was it a couple weeks? How long did I actually? Because I remember buying the ticket and surprising you that I actually bought a ticket.
Well, no, because we had been talking about you coming down to visit for like 2 months. I would say we were talking about it.
Yeah, we had always planned for like December or some shit.
Yeah, well, but what happened was I got the apartment.
You did, yeah.
Because I wasn't always living here. I was living at my parents' for a little bit because I was coming off of some personal issues that I was dealing with that caused me to have to move back home. But I was trying to get myself reestablished. And then once I got the apartment and came up here, that's when we, like, seriously were like, you need to come visit.
Yes.
Because I didn't want to, like, have her come down and I'm, like, living in my parents' house. Like, that's some loser shit. You know what I mean? I was not going to do that.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't have cared, but I understood you not wanting to.
Yeah, and I wasn't at a good point in my life either, so I needed you to come down when I was, like, good.
When you were set.
Yeah.
And then I bought the ticket, and you're like, are you serious? Like, damn.
Yeah, she did. She bought the ticket.
And you're like, fuck, all right.
Yeah, she came down, and we had a good old time. She fucking moved in, like, 2 weeks later.
Yep.
It was crazy.
And then, because now I've been moved in, that was in June?
Oh, our 6 month
anniversary was close
Whenever
to
that was. I'm not gonna lie, I stopped keeping track because we're so close to the year that I just don't,
I kept track up until the 6-month anniversary, but now we're so close to a year that I just don't even keep track of the months anymore.
You've been up here for at least 3 months.
At least 3 months.
That might even be undercutting.
It's September. It's almost October. So if I came up in June, well, because we got together in December. So December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So yes, I did come up in June. So I've been here since July, August, September. 3 months going on 4.
Yeah.
So I've almost been here for 4 months. Our 1-year anniversary is coming up. My first relationship ever. And everything is just perfect. Statistical impossibility, but somehow it's all worked out. I don't know. I just think it's crazy.
Yeah. I really don't have anything else to say about it. It's fucking bonkers, dude. This shit don't make no sense.
It shouldn't have worked out.
Here it is. All I know is we're here, and I'm happy that we're here.
Yes, me too.
And it is what it is, baby.
It is what it is. Yes. An asexual, aromantic not relationship, but an asexual person on a relationship online that you then meet up with in person for a week and then move in with after 2 weeks of meeting up with them, and months later everything is going as perfect as it can be. Really shouldn't have worked.
When you lay it out like that, it even sounds suspect. Like you lay it out like that, and it's like, damn, that's probably shouldn't have did that, but
I don't know. It's just crazy to think of how many things, like small things, small choices that if I had made differently or you had made differently, like this might not have happened. Like if I didn't move to South Carolina in with Griffin, then and not have seen all of his stuff and really kind of develop those feelings, I still am of the opinion that we would have gotten there eventually. Because this is just too perfect to have not. But
that's where we defer.
That is where we defer. But yeah, I mean, if I hadn't have moved down, if I had decided not to say anything, because he wasn't gonna say anything to me, because I'm the one who asked him out because I had to get the guts.
Yeah, it's true.
To say something.
Shot. I didn't do it.
I messaged him. What did I say? How did I ask you out? It was adorably terrible.
You asked me how I prefer to be approached.
Yeah, I was like,
and
hey.
And then based off my answer, that's what you did.
Yeah, because I was like, hey, how do you prefer, if someone were to approach you to ask you out, how do you prefer to be asked out? Because I said I needed, some advice.
Yeah,
I need advice.
She came at me like it was a friend thing.
Yeah, I was asking him advice because I was going to ask someone else. I wouldn't like that. I asked him, and then he said, well, honestly, I just prefer to be told directly that someone likes me. So I was like, okay, I like you. And
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. And I was like, I think you're awesome. And I kind of, I don't know, I had a little mini paragraph that I sent, and I was shaking the entire time.
I bet you could find the receipts if you looked for them.
Oh, they're still in Discord.
Yeah.
The actual what we said.
Yeah.
And then it took 5 minutes for you to respond or so, and I was sitting in my chair just shaking. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I sent that. And then you sent that. You said, I can't exactly remember what you sent back, but we basically decided that, well, we can give it a shot.
Pretty much, yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. We give it a shot.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Well, I didn't even know for sure that it was a yes from you, though, because I felt like it was a maybe from you.
It kind of was. It kind of was at first.
And then I didn't even get a straight up yes. The way that I got a yes was him going on his stream, and as he was streaming, he's like, yeah, so I got a new woman. And I was like,
yeah.
So it's a yes. I was like, yay! And I had a little bit of a mini meltdown, and Griffin can confirm.
She can.
I squealed like a bitch.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I didn't outright say yes, did I?
You didn't. You left me hanging.
Damn.
And then you started streaming, and I didn't know how to interact. And then somebody's like, I don't know what, one of your commenters in the chat said something.
It was too long ago at this point.
Yeah,
I got the mind of a fish. I don't remember that far
I know,
back.
me too. You said something about, yeah, DDS got a new queen in his life. And I was like,
yeah.
Me?
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess in my head the maybe was a yes, but I didn't convey that properly.
I thought it was a maybe.
The whole thing was so weird.
I didn't know.
To me.
And then people started asking you about it, and then you confirmed it, and you said yes, and I was like, oh.
Well, I didn't want, because like before you and I started doing things, like I would get the occasional female that would come in and they wouldn't like make moves on me, but they would flirt with me and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want there to be any kind of confusion as to what I was doing. So I figured if I just went on there and said that we were, doing our thing, that would,
Right.
clear the air.
Yeah.
Not even really thinking that I didn't really actually give you a fully realized answer.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird.
I was kind of confused. And
Sorry about that.
it's okay. But yeah. And then you pretty much asked me indirectly on stream if you could say who it is that you were dating. I was like yes. And you're like, I'm dating Salty.
It's true.
And then your
Simping
chat
for
was like,
Salty.
"Aww." Yeah, and it was adorable.
Simping for Salty.
Simping for Salty.
Yep.
Aw. But yeah, so that's kind of how everything's gone. That's just the story
The
of
story
us
so far.
for people who were asking, because he is on my channel now, gonna be here, gonna stick around.
That's the
and
plan.
Yeah, so I don't know if anybody knows if there's any other instances of only being attracted to one person on Earth. And I don't want to hear no jack shit about that stupid, like, dream sexuals, wherever the fuck that stupid shit is. I don't want to hear none about it. I don't know. No, stupid little teenagers making up their own sexualities. I say sus shit. I don't care. See, no matter what sus shit I say, half the internet will hate me, but the other half's gonna fucking love me. So, either way, I win.
I just stay under my rock. I don't worry about what other people are doing.
Yeah. I don't know. I like to stir up some shit every once in a while.
Yeah.
But-
Shit stirrer. I'd agree.
Yeah, I am
A
a
little
shit
bit.
stirrer. But yeah, so that's kind of, I guess, an explanation for those of you who are wondering how this happened.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. But yeah, so I don't think we missed anything, right?
Oh, wow. No, not really to my knowledge. That was kind of like a really, basic kind of bare bones description of what has happened and what has gone on. I think probably nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know, like, if it was anybody other than you, it's just none of this would have worked. The only reason why all of this worked is because it was you. Like, nobody, I've thought about it, and that's what's kind of, like, that's why it's still real weird, is because like I said earlier, I still identify as asexual, aromantic for the rest of the population. That's just excluding you.
And like I said, that shit's weird to me too. I don't fully
I don't
understand
understand
the
it.
way her brain works, and I never will. All I know is that she has been 100% authentic and genuine with me as far as everything. And anytime she said she was going to do something, she has always come through 100% as far as everything goes. So I have no reason to doubt what she's saying is true. I have no reason to doubt it. As crazy as it may be to me, and as much as I don't understand it, it is real and it is genuine. And that's one thing about this woman right here that I really appreciate. Yeah, she's always been straight up, and if she tells you that she's gonna do something, she's gonna do it.
If I say I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So everything's been great. I don't have any complaints. It's awesome. Happy to be here. It's pretty much all I got. I didn't come prepared. I didn't write notes.
I didn't really come prepared
I didn't do anything
either.
like that.
I mean, I guess
We literally just decided we were gonna do this, so
yeah,
I didn't have time.
because I got a couple of comments. I was like, maybe we should just film a video answering some questions.
Well, yeah, and good little new arc that you're on now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the only question that I guess I wouldn't have answered is people asking like how as an asexual person getting like around to like the whole like relationship thing. I guess I guess I could explain that just a little bit further, and how the fact that it was weird.
It was weird. It was
was-
weird. We had a lot of weirdo things we had to deal with for a little bit, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. And I think it was, like I said, being patient with you and understanding who you are as a person made all of that stuff very easy
Yeah.
to deal with. I never found it like really difficult.
Yeah, because it wasn't really that weird for me. Although I guess it was weird in the fact that like because I had never experienced anything like this before, or like felt anything like this before. So I was kind of like me. I don't know. I felt like I was trying to like decipher in a completely different language because I was not familiar with any of this. Like a lot of these like in some ways it came like really 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 naturally, but in other ways it was some things like I don't know where it was just a bit of a like a shock because I don't know I had never cared about somebody else like as much as I care about him. So like I don't it was just like for those
A
first
lot
few
of new
months.
feelings.
Yeah, and it was
A
I
lot
had
of things you
to
hadn't felt before.
yeah, and I kind of had to almost like interpret and like I don't know like sort
Identify
all
the
of that.
feelings.
Yeah, because there was never things that I had ever felt before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had never been like in love with someone before. Like that
Mhm.
was completely new,
Right.
and almost kind of scary at first.
Very
So
scary.
yeah, I had to sort all of that out. But after a while, and it stopped being so like foreign and strange. It just became really really natural. But yeah, I don't know. I still think other people are gross. I don't understand it.
You guys aren't gross. She just isn't attracted to you.
I'm just kidding. I love you. But yeah, that's kind of. I think that's all my questions asked. I don't know. I don't know how to answer like a lot of the questions that I got. It just happened. I don't know how to explain this. It just happened.
I don't either. For
I
the
mean-
record, as a straight dude being in this situation with somebody like her, it's unlike anything I've ever dealt with before. But also take into account that we're both super inexperienced. So
And yeah, somehow everything's just worked out perfectly.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's crazy. It feels like a dream scenario.
It does. Like I feel like it's too good to be true, but it is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm just not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth
Just
or whatever.
happy to be here.
He's just happy to be here. I mean, me too. But yeah, I don't know. I found my one and only. Soulmates are real. That's got to
They
be proof.
exist.
It's got to be proof that soulmates real. Because even for somebody who is incapable of finding love, I found love. That's gotta be proof. That's gotta be proof, right?
Yeah,
It has to be.
And she has completely come around too, which is
Yeah.
actually insane.
Only for you though.
Yeah. Well,
Like everybody else, it's still
it's the way it should be though.
repulsive. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, like the thought, like
Yeah.
even the thought
Yeah.
of like doing anything else with anybody else is still repulsive.
Yeah.
And it's still the exact same as it was before I met him, but he's just different. I don't understand it.
You don't understand, Mom. He's different.
He's different.
I can change him. He's special.
Don't need to change you.
There you
Yeah.
go, YouTube. Now
That's
you know.
the only explanation I got. I don't know if anybody's ever been in a similar situation like that. Maybe comment down below because I sure as shit have never met anyone else.
Or like even if
In-
you sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine.
Or like even if you guys have like your own questions, like if you want anything answered, as long as it's not disgusting,
Yeah.
we can do
We're not
we can do a
answering
follow-up video
those.
and maybe dig into a few of the details a bit more because this video's scatterbrained. Let's just be honest. This is all over the place.
Yeah.
This is something we decided to do, so we're probably not relaying our message in the best way we
All that
can.
well.
So we can follow
Yeah.
it up and do a part 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you have questions, leave them down below. Like he said though, we're not answering sexual questions. Fuck you.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
Don't be gross.
Yeah, it's not happening. That's our business.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that
Thanks,
we
guys.
at least explained something for those of you who were curious. Because I don't know. Even I think that my relationship is a bit of an anomaly.
It is. No,
It
it is.
is.
It is.
It's a beautiful anomaly, but it
yeah.
is a bit of an anomaly.
It's
Statistically
weird,
speaking,
and it's different.
it should not have worked, but it has, and it's like couldn't have been better.
Yeah. No,
So-
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, I guess I will let you guys go. Have a good day.
Bye.
I'll say goodbye.
See you guys next time.